Okay, welcome to AdSim Year 2 for 2020 for this simulation. So, jumping into where we left off last time, we got a congratulations. We completed our first year in charge, and it's got some information for us. So, saying if you would like to know what advertising agencies your competitors have purchased, both in single player or multiplayer, that you can purchase the competing products advertising expenditure report, and that will tell you, who bought what agency, if any. Maybe it will say custom. Maybe if it's custom, it will say unlisted or something like that. And it has also been confirmed that your competitors are selling their products at different prices than you. So at least in single player, I don't think you get the opportunity to change the price. I could be wrong. So I don't know how it quite works in multiplayer, as I don't have the option for that. But yeah, I don't know how that quite works in terms of multiplayer. So sorry if you're looking for multiplayer, uh, a multiplayer side of things. I don't have access to that. So the key steps for this year are review the results of your advertising plan, see how it worked out, implement any changes that you want. So, you tried something and it didn't work, implement a new change. Make that decision and then do it. And then purchase market research to evaluate your new plan, to help in the implementation of your new advertising plan. So it says here to review the results of your advertising plan by reviewing the industry results, market research, and your product's current results page. The first two key questions, if I can speak, the first two key questions that you need to answer are, did you achieve your sales targets, and did you sell more than your competitor? Pretty straightforward. So moving on to the industry. So the the overview of industry reports shows us here that there are, in the single player mode, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different companies in terms of the simulation. So here we are with AdSim. We're also against Winsome Picks Incorporated, Gizmo Camera Company, LifeWorks, and Beyond the Lens. So as you can see here, our wholesales, I believe we are third. Beyond the Lens is last, and then Winsome, and then us, and then Gizmo, and then LifeWorks taking the lead with 105 million in wholesale sales revenue. Not a bad first year. So gross margin, we are 37 million at 39%. Yep. Okay. So yeah, Winsome has the lowest one there at 38%, but Beyond the Lens has 25 million in gross margin. But I guess that accounts for more of their sales. They didn't sell as much, but they also didn't have the margin. So that's why theirs is a bit higher. And our net marketing contribution currently is sitting at 31 over, 31. So again, we're about third. We're middle of the pack right now. So this is the number that you want to keep at the highest. That, like, you can have the lowest wholesale revenue, lowest margin, lowest gross margin percentage. As long as this number here is the highest number, that means you're doing a good job, and that's what will win you the simulation. So these results are presented in more detail in following reports. If you need more information, go into these, which are all of these. So an industry benchmark report kind of just goes into that in more detail. Segment sales and units, existing shot up as well as new. Market share, it's just got some graphs and some charts that you can look at, comparing all the companies, marketing contribution, and their cumulative net marketing contribution. So yeah, if you just going through these reports will just give you some more a more visual representation of the data you need to look at, or some more in depth as the industry benchmark report goes into. So with our marketing plan, I believe, so our overview is, like it stated before, we need 410,000 unit sales with a revenue of 80 million in order to be successful. So targets was 470, and I guess for us, I don't know why it says 410 and 470. Okay, so current results. Here's the one I was looking for. So we're looking at sales. They wanted 410. We sold 493. So we did good there. And they wanted 80 million, and we had 95. So we exceeded our sales expectations for the year, which was good. And then it goes into, so our whole sales revenue was 95, and then it cost us 58 million. So our gross margin was 37. And then going in, we bought the three things. That's what we spent on advertising. The agency, that's what we did on advertising. Then we still have our customer relationship and market communication, which we have not gained access to yet. So those numbers are unchanged. So contribution after expenses. Good news. Your sales exceeded your sales target by 20.3%. And then it has product contribution as well as decisions made, which are here and here. So market research, now we have access to a lot more, which is a good and a bad thing. You might think, oh, there's a lot of these, we have to buy them. You don't really need to buy all of them. Like I said, that market size and price preferences, uh, you know, fairly useless at least early on. These two really good. It tells you how those things evolve. If you want to buy those each year, it's only 50,000. It's it's optional. Again, depending on how you want to run things, but I wouldn't say it's like recommended. Like it's recommended, but like not like, you have to do it. So you have your market feedback reports. So how do they like your design? How do they like your price? How did they like your advertising? How did they find your brand awareness? And how did they find your media advertising? And then if you just want to see either your advertising expenditure, message strategy, or demand report for your competitors, if you would like to view those, you can purchase them through here. You can then go back and see. So 2018, we purchased the three reports, which we can go back and see for that year. And since we haven't purchased any yet for this year, but when we do in the next year, they will be listed here. So our message strategy is the target, benefit, proof, personality thing. Tells you what your last selection was, and we're going to keep that the same. Agency selection. We're currently here, and that's what we had chosen last time. So again, we're going to keep that. Media planning. We have these adjustments and going in through there. Double checking, sorry about the marketing plan, the marketing research. Again, I don't think we have access to that. I think it would be in media advertising. So you know what? Let's buy this one, and we're gonna see what kind of information comes in this one. Okay, so yeah, buying this one shows your oh, and yep, there goes the refresh. So so the media, that's what we spent, and it increased the awareness by 21%. And so that's what that does. So if we were to buy the brand awareness tracking, we're going to be buying these to quickly go through them. Unaided and top of mind is, we're second in unaided, or third in unaided. There's the refresh. Yeah, third in unaided at top of mind. So that went up 5%, and we went up 0.2%. In terms of advertising rating, we're at a 0.96 from a 0.73. So that's good. Our price evaluation, we're just going to quickly buy these since they're new. If it wants to stop refreshing, SmartSims. So it was existing at a 0.45, and it had gone up to a 0.54. So we're still middle of the pack in terms of pricing, but we have gone up. And in terms of our design, we'll buy this quickly. We haven't changed at all during our design. Beyond the lenses went down. Okay. So again, these would be the two to buy going into next year. These ones, if you want to see how you did, I kind of showed that. And then these ones are how your competitors are, or what choices your competitors have made. So I'm not really interested in seeing what my competitors have done, so I'm not going to buy these ones. But if you want that information, you can spend the 100 grand or 25 to 100 grand to see how they did depending on where you want to go. So in terms of media planning, we haven't really learned anything new, and it looks like we're going down 5 to 6% in the forecast, which probably comes down to our advertising choices, which once we have more information, we'll gladly change them. So what we'll do now is we'll roll over and hopefully we'll learn some new information and head into our third rollover. See you guys then.